And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one lined up. You're going to love it. If you're brand new to crypto and you want to buy and sell crypto and all that stuff, and you just found out about crypto, this is probably a great channel for you to learn. What I do on this channel is I do research. I find cryptocurrencies that are interesting, that have real world use case. Cryptos that have solid connections with banks, governments, whatever it is, and we discuss them. We discuss what cryptos they are, what do they do. Some of you guys go out and buy them. Some of you guys go out and sell them. I have no control over what you do. What I have control over is what I do. Is I teach about cryptos. All these cryptos we go over, I discuss and I tell you what connections they have, what partnerships do they have. We just don't pick a crypto like this, that one. No, it's not how it works. Everybody knows. Crypto Hulk has the evidence. I present the evidence and show you what cryptos these are. Why am I talking about them? What connections they have? What do they do? What's the real world use case? Then after that, if you like them and you go out and buy them or don't buy them, whatever, I don't fucking care. It's not my job. Why? Because my name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. Before every show, I snort about 3 pounds of cocaine, inject 5 ounces of heroin. I get super fucking high. This is my legal disclaimer I give for about the past 5 years now. I'm the worst crypto influencer in the world. Everything I say in the show is shady, and you get the worst financial advice. So if you give a donation and you get wrecked, guess what? I just gave a disclaimer. See how that works? I do that for people that are mentally slow. All right. Let me check here on the list of the first 5 people. Let's see who they were. First 5 brave souls: Eric M., Crypto Greek, Gunner, Thomas Cox, Christoph. I'll leave it at that. And then 46, JD, MA, so easy, even a fucking chimpanzee can do this shit. Okay. Let's see here. Let me look through some comments real quick. What I'm going to go over, Anthony Resendez says, let's go Hulk. Thanks for all you do. Oh, tomorrow morning. Hoo-wee. I got a couple cryptos. I haven't put the show together. I'm not going to call it a pump and dump show because that's not what we do here at all. Oh, no. I will be talking about a particular crypto tomorrow, and some of you are going to go out and I don't know what. That's what's going to happen. And then some of you are going to be very, very happy, and some of you are going to be very, very sad. But we're going to have some fun tomorrow in the morning. 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, 10 o'clock a.m. on the East Coast. If you're in England, it might be 5 in the afternoon or something like that. Get off work, come home, and make some money. Or maybe you lose a whole bunch. Oh, wait. Hold on now. What in the heck? Dude. This is fucking epic. Mr. Lucky, take the wife out for a nice date night. Thanks for making me money. Now, you got to thank yourself, everybody. What I do is I provide you guys crypto. Look, it sucks when I do this show because I can't be out there doing the thing. I'm going to get into what happened here about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, because it's like I'm stuck doing this show, so I can't go out and trade. It's like really kind of frustrating. But I appreciate if you guys make money and you send me something like this. If you drop me a little bit of cash, like $500, that's I could deal with that. But let me tell you a little something that happened. So if you guys go back, I want you to look at June 28th on your let's talk about this first. So about on June 28th, we talked about the leap to LTO coin, LTO. That thing went crazy green. And then so it just went up like crazy amounts. Everybody made a ton of money, right? Okay, and it pumped hard. And then it dumped, but it stopped at 300. Now, listen here. I didn't get in on that. So congratulations if you guys made money. But so I made the show. I don't know what day of the week it was. I can't remember. I'd have to look on my calendar. Somebody tell me, well, I got a calendar here I could look on my phone. It was June 28th. Oh, it's a Saturday night. Okay, check it. Check it. Don't wreck it. So it was like Saturday night in the United States at Pacific time. So check it out. I did a show on Saturday. I believe I was in a hotel. And the show might have been from 6 to 7. I don't know. Maybe you guys might be able to remember. I did the LTO show where you guys made a ton of money because I didn't get in on it. I'm just teaching about crypto. I don't gamble. But I think it was like at 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific, but it could have been a 5 to 6 p.m. show or a 6 to 7. I don't know. But let's say it was 6 to 7, okay? That show ended, and I'm like, man, I didn't get to get in on it. So now we're talking 7 p.m. Pacific time, okay? 7 p.m. 4 hours later, that crypto is still at 300%. So what I did is said, I want to get in on it. So I texted one of you called Preston, and let me read off the text that I texted this guy because I didn't know if he got in on the crypto or not. So I wanted to make sure. Let me take a look. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, let me see what the text I sent. Now, some of you guys, I sent the same text. Here's what the text said. Hey, Preston. Now, remember, it's 11 o'clock at night. The show ended 4 hours earlier. This crypto had dumped. So I want to buy the dip. I want to get on this too, right? I mean, fuck, I make the shows. Why can't I get in on some fun? So Preston was new, so I kind of wanted to help the guy out. And I said, hey, Preston, I'm going to let this one dump back to 0.003 and then put my 1,000 in and dump at about 200%. My show starts at 7 a.m. Pacific. Let's get a double pump from this. So this crypto is dumping, and like I'm thinking, I want to get in on this, right? So I sent out a text to him, and then so what I want you to do is go onto your phones. Now, some of you, it's going to be July 29th, but how many of you got that Preston text? So just say, I got that text. Type in, I got that text. So look on your phones. It depends if you're in what different parts of the world. It could be like the 28th, 29th, or something like that. Or if you're in Australia, maybe the 30th. But look for that text on July 28th, 29th, or maybe 30th. You got from Crypto Hulk. And it was from, because I sent it to him. Because here's what I did. Okay, 46 DGMA says, I got that text. Crypto She-Hulk says she got it. Garrett B says, I got that text. Danny Cutterfin, Danny says, I got that text. And Crypto Hulk She-Hulk said she got it. Team MJ PJX says, I got that text. 46 JDMA says he got it at 2 a.m. Chini Lee says she got that text. And what I wanted to show you is this, is that sucker like double pumped back up, right? So I did a show and it ended, and I'm like, damn it, I didn't even get to get in on it because I got to do the show. So it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm tired, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, all these people got the text. D Lima says, I got that text. Which text? Yeah, the one that says Preston on it. All you guys got it because I sent it to everybody. Because I didn't know who was able to get in on. Some of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to get in on this. So what I did was this, and I don't have to do this, but it's like it was 11 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I don't want to have to change this text. When I sent it to Preston, he was a new guy, so I just wanted to make sure he got in on it. And if he didn't, I was like, I'm just telling him what I'm doing. I'm going to let it dump a little, then I'm going to get in. And that sucker went up from, remember, 300% to 500. This was like 4 hours after it pumped, right? So I wanted to let Preston know what I'm doing. I'm not telling him what to do. And so that's what happened. A lot of you guys here on the show, you got the text. And so it wasn't a text that I just sent to one person. I sent it to probably 15 people. Okay. The one that said, "Hi, Preston, I'm going to let this one dump." Because you see, it already pumped. I missed out on the LTO. I'm like, damn it. But then it went back up from 300% to 500. Man, that's the 200% I was talking about. It says right here, and I'm going to dump at about 200%. So when it hit 200, when it went from 300 to 500, bam, I dumped it. So I was able to get it on it 4 hours later after the show. Hulk up, my LTO is up 250%. Okay, Mason Vibration said he got that. Look, everybody got that fucking text. Not just one person, okay? That's what I am committed to helping you. It's 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. Crypto Hulk is still awake, and he was like, man, I get to get out on that shit. Crypto Hulk texts all you guys and says, hey, well, I didn't say it like this, but I'm like, all you motherfuckers made your money. Now I'm going to make me some. So I told you what I was going to do. I was going to buy it at 300. When it went 2%, sell it to 5. That's what I did. So I was able to get on a 200% pump. Okay. So that's what I do for you guys. I happen to be awake, and it took me a few minutes to send out the text. I didn't want to change the name from Preston. I was tired, man. I already just missed out on one of the biggest fucking. I could have made twice on that money. The first time it went up, sold it loose and shit as I was going up, and then when it did it a second time, you guys got advantage of that. I didn't have that, so I was just trying to help out people. All the people that maybe didn't get in on that, they were at work. I just wanted to send you all a text saying, hey, here's what Crypto Hulk's doing. Just so I'd put that out there. I'm going for a 200% pump. And some of you got in on a second time. Great. You know, I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm just showing you what I did. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. There's a difference. Okay. Oh, there's Juno. Juno says, I got it too. There you go. Everybody got it. Okay. So it's not a fucking secret that it's just I was letting everybody know that I'm going in for round 2. But I didn't even get a round 1. And it was just really late that night. I'm like, damn, I want to make something on this too. Shit. So that's what happened. And it was a copy paste. Like Crypto She-Hulk say, look, I'm tired. Okay, I'll admit, maybe I had a few drinks Saturday night at 11 o'clock, right? So I just copy pasted it and then just really quick sent it to everybody because I'm not trying to change the name and all that shit. And I didn't give away any personal information. I'm just telling this guy what I'm doing. So I just did copy paste all the way down my list. So congratulations. All right. Now let's take a look here. I'm just going to talk really quick on how I trade. That's what I mean. I'm talking about how I trade. We're not talking about you. Okay. So when I first started, now maybe you can relate to this stuff, but I'm just showing you what I did in the beginning. So in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't. So I don't know anything, and this is not financial advice or trading advice. So I'd come in and I would just dump a whole bunch of money at first. And then I'd watch this crypto thing go up. And then when I thought it was at the right time, I have to hit the button. You gotta be kidding me. That's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon bucket. So that's what I did. I'd hit a buzzer when I thought that time was right, and then didn't do too well. So then I talked to somebody who is pretty good at buying and selling crypto, pumps, catching pumps, and all these things. So he told me, you buy slow now sometimes you just can't buy slow. I understand that. But how you want to do it ideally is how I wanted to do it was buy up slow and then sell off slow. That way I don't set off any green candles or red candles. You get it? So here's what I didn't know. If I go into a crypto and I dump a whole bunch of money, I'm going to set off green candles that are really big. People are going to get alerted, okay, that, so that alert signal tells people to sell. So when I go in really slow, like a ninja, when I go in slow, like ninja, I buy it really slow. Now it depends. I look at a lot of things. Look, I'm just making this as simple, basic bonehead. There's all these other things that come into play. Okay. I'm not getting into all that because this isn't a trading class and I'm not a trader. Okay. I'm just telling you about what I do. So what I do now is I examine the cryptos. What's the market cap? What's the 24-hour flow? This, that. I look below in the deck screener. How are people selling? Like I look at patterns and stuff. Then I got a technical advisor friend that looks at it and he examines all this shit. And we look at how much can I really put in? So we test it. We'll put in $1. We'll put in $10 to see what happens. How quickly is that liquidity, or how quickly is my $10 if I put something in? When does somebody sell 10? If I invest $10 in it, how long does it take for somebody to sell off my $10? An hour? Oh shit, green light. 2 seconds? Oh fuck, sharks in the water, get out. See what I'm saying? So a lot of these determine, I can't give you, I'm not a trading class. I'm not teaching you how to invest. I'm showing you what I do. And I'll keep repeating that. I'm showing you what I do, not what you do. So that's what I do. I do these things. So I can see a crypto. Maybe I can put in $5 and wait a minute, put in $5, wait. Some of them I can put in $5, nothing happens. I could just keep doing it. Like some of it's $10, some it's $20, some it's $50 at a time. Every crypto is different according to me. Every time I go to buy a crypto, every time there's a pump dump, it's different every time. Sometimes the pump dumps go up 22x. Sometimes I get into a crypto and it pumps 50%. I don't know. Some of them, the cryptos die. And then 4 hours later, like LTL, they come back to life again with 200 more percent. I can't tell anybody how to invest. This is all up to the crypto, who you are, your timing, how good do you gamble? If you can't even gamble, then why the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you dealing with crypto? These are all things that make you successful or not successful. Another thing, so there's that. So how I do it is I come in slow up and I buy, and then if I want to sell off, I do it slow. Now, pump dumps are different. So if I ever want to pump dump, then I'm going to dump a bunch of fucking money in, like $500. See, I only invest what I can afford to lose. Generally, it's 500 on a crypto where I'm kind of, because that's gambling. I gamble sometimes. Now, if it's a solid crypto, $1,000. It's one of these cryptos where you got fucking JP Morgan as your partner and IBM and shit. I'm like, oh shit, this one's going to fucking pump 700-800%, 1,000. So that's how I determine. This is how I do it. Don't do it. Okay. So for Crypto Hulk, I can $500 on something that might be somewhat, I don't know. Then I'll do 500. If it's something where, oh shit, this one a fucking chimpanzee could do it, then I'll put 1,000 in. Now I got to remember when I dump that 1,000 in, it's going to start setting off candles. So here's what I do. Don't do what I do. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and as this thing's going up, I have a 5% button that I push. Okay, I'll look at it. I'll set it for 5%. Every time I click, 5%, 5%, 5%. So here's what I do. Don't do what I do. As that crypto's going up, I'm hitting a 5. When I see a 25%er, 5%, 50%. Like, but this is all if the crypto's going up fast, right? Not if it's going slow. It's a different story. If it's rocketing up fast, and I'm like, this sucker is going like crazy. About every 25% it goes up, I'm hitting a 5% sell. So as it's going up green, I'm hitting sell. Now, what did I do before? I'd sit back when it's going up green. When it's going up green, I would just sit back and wait till it got near the top, and then I'd hit a sell button all at once. That's a fucked up way to invest. So what I do now, don't do what I do, is my numbers are like every 25%. I'm looking at the screen, 50%, then I hit the 5% sell button. If it hits 75% gains, I hit the 5% sell button. But all this is if it's rocketing up fast. Yes, I may not get the biggest gains. I don't care, but you know what? I'm walking away with 200 to 300%. Maybe you walk away with 800. I don't care. I'm not having a pissing contest. I'm going to put in $1,000 and I'm walking away with 3,000 or 4,000. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay. You can walk away with 10, 20. I don't fucking care. You know what I care about? Me. I'm walking out 200 to 300% every time. Okay. I don't get the biggest gains. I don't care. Because you know what? I do what I do. Okay. So that's what I've learned. I'm not gonna dump in 2, 3, 4, 5,000 on some crypto and be all scared like a little bitch that I might lose it. I already told you my limits, 500 and 1,000. If the crypto's kind of shady, like I don't know, but I don't invest in shady shit. But let's say it doesn't have enough connections for me. That's $500. That's all I could afford to lose on that. But if this thing is like green lighted and it's got everybody involved, Ripple and fucking everybody, that's $1,000. I set my little sell button at 5%, and every 25% that thing goes up, I hit 5% sell, boom, 5% sell, boom, on the way up and then on the way down. Why? Because I'm not setting off no red candles. Nobody's seeing me. When I hit that 5%er, no one's seeing a red. No one's seeing a sell at all, okay? Because it's slow. I do it slow. There you go. That is all I wanted to talk about. Just my experience. I don't care what your experience is. We're not here to gamble. All right, Robert Driscoll, thank you very much for the $10. Got my stake money back on LTO. Thanks, Hulk. So I sent out people different things, but that was a good. Robert got in on the initial pump on that one. I had to work that night, but I let everybody know, including Preston. Let everybody know, Crypto Hulk's back in this bitch after 4 hours. You guys thought it was dead? Heck no. I told you I'll get back. I said I'm getting back in. So, alrighty, let me check the comments here. Mike Gilbert kept some. Oh shit. Let me go over with let's go on Caleb Brown. I've got to get a hold of Caleb Brown. Say, hey, we're dying over here. We need a Caleb Brown hookup. We need somebody we need Caleb Brown on the show, and that's for show. So I'll contact Caleb Brown after we do the show tonight and ask him if he can show up maybe Thursday. I don't know. I don't even know what this gym schedule is. It might be next week. I have no idea, but I like it on Thursdays though. Okay, let me look for Google Authenticator. So I did some house cleaning in my Caleb Brown account. I sold a whole kitchen set and I bought a very affordable dining room set and a couch and a TV. Let me see what's taking this two-factor thing. Okay. We're going to go over Crypto Hulk's portfolio. Now, when I go over this portfolio, oh, damn. Good heavens. Marseille Manco, Hundo, I owned, and Hundo for your service. Next payment coming in full. Buy Zoltar some Bolivian shit. Thanks. All right, Mars, thank you very much for that. We got Mr. BK 4545. He ran a test. Thank you very much. Totally appreciate that. Tax-free money. Hey, all tax-free money is good tax-free money. That's how I look at it. Now, let me talk about my portfolio a little bit because I did some house cleaning. I've got Hedera, but I cut loose the Kyber crystal. That one, this is tricky. So what I thought that it was is Seals Q. I mean, I made money on that crypto, so it's all good. I owned a big chunk of it, but I cut it loose today, and I'm going to tell you which ones. Some of these cryptos have very weird names. So Seals Q, which is Hedera's partner and all that, they're working with a company that's called Crystal Kyber. Now, Caleb Brown has an Ethereum kind of a platform with DeFi called Kyber Crystal. So notice the name. With the one that I thought that I had was the Seals Q was Crystal Kyber. The one that Caleb Brown has is Kyber Crystal. So, and I was up 43% when I bought that Kyber. I was looking at it and I made a good chunk of change over like the past since I bought it. It went up like 43%. So that was good. But what I did is sold off that. Now I got I added those monies to my smaller cryptos, which we're going to go over today. I'm just going to read the list. I'm not going to explain what these cryptos are, who they're associated with, because I got 20 of them and I couldn't tell you. Some of them I can't even tell you. All of these cryptos I've talked about on my program here. So the cryptos that I talk about in the program, I'm not going to put 300 cryptos in my portfolio, but of all those cryptos that I've talked about, I've got 22 of them right here. Delgadoff says, thanks for everything, Hulk. Right on, dude. Appreciate that. All in one. Hulk, what do you think of Stellar on Hedera? Can't discuss that just right now. So here is, Stellar's one of the top cryptos, and so is Hedera. So they'll all be working together. They'll admit they're working together in a year or two. I'd say all the good cryptos right now, they're all working together. Okay, so my number one is HBAR. Number two is XDC. So I've got about twice as much HBAR that I got XDC. Like the money, like XDC is about almost half the money I got in XDC is what HBAR is. So now XDC is my number two crypto. Axelar, I almost got the same amount of money as Axelar as XDC. Flare as opposed to my Hedera. Flare is 1/3. I bumped it up on my Flare because it's 2 cents a piece. Now, these are all Caleb Brown cryptos right here. I like to stay with Caleb Brown. I do have a couple other wallets because I've been trading with you guys and stuff. But these are like my golden cryptos right here that I absolutely love. Flare is my number 4. Number 5 is Zebek. I bumped up the Zebek, and now I've got the same amount of Zebek almost as Flare. And underneath that is Alchemy Pay. And I got about the same amount of money at Alchemy Pay and Zebek. Flare I got a little more Flare, but then I got Wormhole. I got the same amount of Zebek, Alchemy Pay, and Wormhole. And then Reserve Rights Token, which is RSR. Those are all about the same amounts. Zebek, Alchemy Pay, Wormhole, Reserve Rights. Redstone is in there. It's pretty close to the others that I got that I just named off. So now let's start with Redstone. I got some called the Root Network. Money-wise, they're about the same. Redstone and Root Network, I got about the same amount of money in it, along with iOS Token. Same amount of money as Redstone, Root Network, and iOS Token. LCX Token, same amount of money as what I was just talking about there. Now I kind of bump it down a little bit financially. I got one called AI Tech. I have the same amount of AI Tech that I do ZK Sync. Now, AMP, which is AMP, is about the same as AI Tech, ZK Sync, AMP, and Velo. All those have about the same with LDO, Lido DAO. We went over that on my program, LDO. Now, next, we're going to bump it down a little financially. I got Algorand. To give you an example with Algorand, I have 6.5 times more Hedera than Algorand. So Algorand's about 1/6 of my Hedera. Then I got Plume. So about the same money. Algorand, Plume, Caspa with a K, and Metal. Those are all pretty close. The money I got in all those. And Caleb Brown shows MTL for Metal, and it's at 71 cents a piece. Then I got Telcoin. So Telcoin, Metal, and Caspa with a K, those are all about the same. My Telcoin, I have for every one Telcoin, I got 7 Hedera. And that is my portfolio on Caleb and Brown. We got Amir Jackson says, love from the Bay Area Hulk. Chris Sharpie makes a statement. You got to love it. Hulk, you and I got a very similar portfolio. What a coincidence. Well, gee, I wonder how that happened. But those are the ones. This is my portfolio. See, times change. Things change. And I don't always keep the same portfolio. Right now, what I'm trying to do, so what is my strategy? What I'm trying to do now is get all the shit that I got 0.000 or 0.00 or whatever. I'm trying to get those numbers, the money value in those cryptos equal to like a Hedera. It'll never happen, probably. It won't happen. But my goal now is I'm not buying any more of the expensive shit. I'm trying to get these cryptos that are 0.00 out that I only got a little bit of money in and then boost them. Because here's an example. Let's take a look at what crypto I got the most. The most amount of crypto, Flare is looking pretty good. Oh, reserve rights tokens looking good. Oh, shit. The Root Network, that might be my biggest one where I have not the amount of money, but the amount of tokens. The Root Network, let me take a look. I think might be it. The Root Network is my number one crypto for how many I got. Number 2 would be AMP, AMP. So if you want cryptos from Caleb Brown that you can get a lot for a little bit of money, AMP and the Root Network. And they're almost about tied right now, 0.003, 2 zeros and a 3 on those. Those are my 2 biggest, the actual numbers. If one of those hits $1, oh shit, it's fucking great, okay? I'm just saying. So that's why I buy these cryptos. If you look at what I'm looking at here, all these, okay, Telcoin, 0.005. Caspa, 0.08. Plume, 0.08. Velo, 0.014. AMP, 0.003. ZK Sync, 0.05. AI Tech, which is Solgius AI Tech, 0.03. LCX is like 10 cents. iOS token, 0.003. The Root Network, 0.003. Reserve rights token, 0.007. See how I got all these cryptos with zeros in front of them? That's what I'm doing, okay? And I got these cryptos, and these are solid crypto. All the ones we go over on the show, that's what I've been doing. That's why I got rid of the Ethereum Kyber Crystal. I got rid of that, and I started getting I'm dumping that money into those 0.00 ones that I go over on my show. So a lot of those sound familiar, and you guys have a lot of them because I went over them on the show, and I'm like, damn, these are good. So all the stuff I kind of learn on the show. You guys asked me what cryptos to look up over the past months. You guys, I said, give me cryptos you want me to look up, right? So now I'm doing research. And you give me 5, and I come back the next day, and I give you a report. We've been doing this now for like 2 months, 3 months. And that's how I've learned about these 0.00 cryptos, because you guys are looking at it. I never thought about them too much before. So you're actually helping me learn about 0.00 crypto so we can go over them on the show. And some of you guys make some money off them when you decide to pump it and dump them. Because I don't know about the cryptos until you tell me some of them. I don't sit around on my fucking spare time like, gee, let me look up if Energy Web token, or I don't do that shit. What I do is, hey, if you want to know about a crypto, ask me and I'll go look it up. Okay. So let's look here. AMP and Zebek are my largest token holdings. Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, I look at all my cryptos and the prices on my cryptos. Okay, Hedera is 23 cents. XD, okay, my most expensive crypto starts at 23 cents a piece. The next one, XDC Network, 9 cents a piece. Axelar, okay, 33 cents. Flare Network, 2 cents. Then it goes on from there. Zebek, 0.005. So you can see like the crypto now, Metal and Lido, those are the outliers, like the ones that aren't normal. Metal is 71 cents and Lido is 90 cents. So that's, yeah, those are my two expensive ones, but I don't have much of those. Those are expensive cryptos. I don't have many of those. But what I like seeing are those fucking zeros, 0.00. Give me another zero to make it 3 zeros and a 3. I love that shit. And what I do on my program is you guys tell me the cryptos you want me to look up. I learn a whole lot of shit from you because I do the research and I find all the connections that these cryptos have. And then I talk to my friends and we do the tech specs on them. And we see which ones are fucking bogus. And unless all of us are in agreement, we give a thumbs up. And then I post the show and you guys pump dump them, whatever, make money or lose money, whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Because I've never heard of some of these cryptos until you guys told me to look them up. So, all right. So, I mean, sometimes we go over news. We go over news. Sometimes we talk about my portfolio so you guys can see. So you want to see what I hold. Some people are like this. Crypto Hulk, I don't care what you say. What do you hold? So that's what today's show we were going to start off with. We're kind of a little bit past the middle of the show. But some people are like this. They just want to know, not that you're going to buy, but some of you guys just want to know, Crypto Hulk, what do you actually buy? What do you actually own right now? Now, things change. So these are the cryptos I want, straight up. All these cryptos you guys were telling me over the past 2-3 months, I've been looking all this shit up. I'm like, you know what? I like these 0 cryptos because you can get into really, really good companies. I'm not trying to get rich tomorrow. I want to get a fuck ton. I want like 1 million of these fucking cheap ass cryptos, right? For real. Like my goal is to have like 1 million of these fucking cheap ass cryptos. So all they got to do is hit $1 and I'm a millionaire. Now, I don't want it to just hit $1 only. If it hit $10, then I got 10 million. If it hits $100, if Zebek or something hits, I only need Zebek when I get to my goal of having 1 million Zebeks. Okay, that's my goal. If that hits $100, I got $100 million. And it didn't cost me that much to buy Zebek. Well, let me see how deep I'm into Zebek. That's what I'm talking about. Zebek, okay, I got a good chunk of change. In Zebek, I have about 1/4 of the money I have in Hedera. But then again, I got a fuck ton of Zebek. And I'll be working maybe until the end of the year. My goal is to get 1 million Zebek. And these other ones, they have 1 million. That's like my fucking goal. That's why I try to get them for 3 zeros. That's what I'm telling y'all. I don't need Zebek to hit $10, $20, $30, $50,000. I don't need them to hit that much. Hey, if Zebek hits if I get right in position, I don't know when that day will be. My goal is to have 1 million of those motherfuckers. If I hit 1 million, I'm sorry, if it hits $100, then I got $100 million. I'm like, whoo, so that's what I'm talking about. I don't need these other cryptos to do what XRP does. Okay, I got a $500 member. We talk sometimes here and there. Guy's got a question, and he doesn't have that much XRP. And I'm like, don't trip, dude. I'm like this. If you got 1 million, I said, do you got like 1 million? Let me see what he told me. Okay, he's almost got like the Root Network. We talked about that one. Let's say the Root Network. He's almost got 1 million Root. And then I asked him, what if it goes to $1? And he's like, well, then I'll have $1 million. What if the Root Network, you got 1 million now. What if it goes $10? Then I'll have $10 million. What if Root goes to $100? Like XRP goes to 5,000, right? And all that shit. That's what everybody says, right? Okay. Who the fuck cares, right? Okay. Cryptoholics ask you a question. If you got $1 million root and it goes to $100, how much money you got? And he's like, $100 million. I said, okay. So who the fuck needs XRP, right? And he's like, oh yeah. I said, you only need, maybe to get that, you need $3,000-$4,000 to get $1 million root. I don't know. I haven't done the math. I'm just reading off the back of a napkin here. So what I told him is that's why I'm buying these 0.0003 crypto, whatever they're 0.0. If they got 3 zeros in front of them, I want that shit. Okay. But what I do is I background check these cryptos and put them on the show. That's why I've got probably out of 22 cryptos, almost all these motherfuckers are 0.00 something. That's what I've done. So I've got these cryptos we talk about on this show. I got in my portfolio, Caleb and Brown. Because I'm not trying, okay, I got metal. And that shit's like, what, 72 cents? I'm never going to have $1 million of those. I'd have to spend $1 million. So I'm not going to dump a lot of money into anything if it's over a penny. Well, I don't even fucking want that. I want shit with zeros in front of it, okay? That's good quality crypto. All these cryptos in my portfolio, you guys brought them up and talked to me about them. That's what happened. So I kind of learned from you. You're the reason I got all that shit. So did you pick up? Yes, I got XPR. I told you I bought 100,000. So when it goes up, maybe in a week or two, 50%, I'm selling off half because my goal is to not buy my crypto. I want to have free crypto. So if I sell off half, I'll have 50,000 XPRs, and it didn't cost me nothing. It's free because I sold off 50. There you go. So I'm in for free. Then I find the next one. If it's good, I buy it. And when it goes up a certain amount, I sell it off. I get all my money back. I go to the next one. So I'm buying crypto for free. That's what we do on this channel. Well, that's what I do on this channel. I don't know what you do. So I'm holding on to XPR because Metal is involved in that. And all these people at Metal, they're all Federal Reserve employees, ex-Federal Reserve employees, shit like that. I'm holding on to that XPR shit. 50,000 is my minimum. Bank Social? Oh, man. I just need Bank Social to hit $1, folks. I mean, it'd be nice to hit 10 or $100, but that's what I'm saying. I got these cryptos I tell you about, and they got zeros in front of them. I don't need them to hit what Ripple has. So here's another thing. All these people are like buying all these over all the past 5. Okay, I'm not going to mention names, but there's channels that for the past 5 years, all they say is, well, I'm buying a dip with XRP. I'm buying a dip. What if, I'm just saying, what if the government of the world, the IMF and all that, what if they declare XRP systemically important to the financial structure of the world? You're not buying and selling that shit. They're going to take your shit. That's what's going to happen. They're going to take it. I'm just saying if. Now, again, what if with these ISOs? Now, you know, in November 22, ISO 20022 officially launches. There's no more breaks. I've got the article. I'm not going to show it right now. I got the article. Swift has, listen to this. Right now, because I'm a member of Swift. Never mind how I'm a member of Swift. Cryptoholic, what did you just say? Can we erase that? Let's just say I have a certain relationship with Swift. Let's put it like that. Okay, it sounds a little bit better. So I get to keep updated on everything they do. And listen to this. Swift controls all the money in the world. Sending money around the world, that's Swift. 50% of all the banks and financial institutions with Swift now are already using ISO 20022. You're not seeing it on the XRP ledger because they're using private ledgers. Just thought I'd put that out there, okay? 50% of Swift's business now is already ISO. How many ISO coins do you got? But I'm going to tell you what, again, oh shit, I'm going to run out and buy all the ISO cryptos. Don't do that. What if Swift isn't able to, if Swift's able to contact the IMF and all the UN, United Nations and shit, what if all those ISO cryptos become systemically important to the world's governments. And oh shit, they're going to take your ISOs. Why do you think I got 22 cryptos now? Why am I not like some of these dumb fucks that have YouTube channels? Oh, I'm buying XRP. I'm backing the truck up. Why don't I do that? Because no one's taking, I'm not putting all my money in one crypto. I'm spreading my shit out to where, and I'm getting these 0.000 cryptos that have good connections. So if XRP or if all the ISOs become systemically important to the government, they're taking that shit. So that's why I've got the cryptos that I got, that they're not ISOs. I'm not going deep into just, well, Crypto Hulk, I'm just going to buy ISOs only because all the banks are going to use them. I'm going to be a bank and da-da-da. Hey, I hope you do. But if things don't go your way and the banks decide to take all this ISO shit, you're done. Just thought I'd put that out there. Not trying to scare you. ZBCN with the market cap of XRP would be $2.20 a token. I can live with that. That's why I'm stocking up. Next month, I'm buying more of that 0.0 shit. I'm not putting any more into. I'm not putting no mo into Hedera. Probably not XDC, Axelar, Flare. Not for right now. I'm going to work on all my 0.00 cryptos and get those monies all the way up to what I got in Zebek. Zebek, I got about 25%. For every one Zebek, I got about 3 or 4 HBARs, about 4. So until all my tiny little cryptos get built up to a Zebek, which is 1/4 of a HBAR, then I'll start buying more Flare and more Zebek and Axelar. But I've got, how long? Probably 4 or 5 months. And I'll have all my little shit up to my little crypto like Zebek, which is less than 1/3 of HBAR. So I might buy something, but I'm probably not going to buy any more crypto and just load up on these little 0.0. Pretty soon it'll be iOS token won't be 2 zeros. It'll just be 1. And then pretty soon it'll be 0.1. And then pretty soon it'll be 1.0. Like that's just how it goes. So I've got to get all these little cryptos here build up. So I'm not buying no more. I got a good variety here right now. Now, things always change. So as of right now, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But if something fucking amazing comes up, then times change. So please don't get anything wrong. But Crypto Hulk, you said you're never going to sell out. You got to stop with that dumb shit, okay? Things fucking change. If you can't handle that, you will not survive. You will get your cheeks clapped, okay? You got to move and you got to groove when that time is. Your portfolio has to be flexible. There might be some crypto that comes out that I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm going to look at my portfolio and be like, then I'll go back and I'll look at Velo, or so if I want to cut loose the crypto, and I'm going to study the fuck out of Velo again. So should I sell Velo? Should I keep half to buy this brand new one? I don't know. I'll let that time happen. So when I do the research, then Crypto Hulk sells off half of ZK Sync or whatever it is, Redstone. I don't know. In business, you either adapt or you die. You don't do shit the same way. Doesn't work. Think of all the stores that go bankrupt. They did the same thing for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And everybody else is doing different shit. And that shit was cool. I remember restaurants in the 70s and the 80s. And the ones that stayed the same, I mean, Denny's is probably one of the last ones around, but I worked for Denny's was my first job. But you got to change things, the menu and how you do shit. And because if you don't, you just fucking kill your business. You got to know how to use the internet to attract customers. Now, real estate agents we're told at first, oh, never open up a social media page if you're a realtor. Now all of them do it. They make little 2-minute videos when they show their houses and shit. So the real estate had to realize if you don't adapt, you die. So that's why Crypto Hulk channel is nothing like it was 5 years ago. There's still parts of it that are the same. But you know what? If we don't adapt, we're going to get left behind. Well, all I want to do is just sit and watch crypto. Then just sit and watch my show. Well, all you do is talk about, because people want to make money. They don't want to be like you. They want to be broke their whole life. They want to be able to pump dump shit. That's their choice, not mine. These people are joining this channel. I get nothing but positive comments all the time. People are happy. They're sending fucking money like they're throwing it away at me like I'm some kind of hooker or something. I'm losing my own self-respect. But it's like, crypto is about trading. You get your, however you want to do it. Look, you got to do what you want to do. I talk about a crypto. If you want to go out and buy it and make money or whatever, that's up to you. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what you do. Some people ask me, Crypto Hulk, Look, I tell them this. All I do is teach crypto. I don't teach people how to trade or none of that stuff. That's up to you. I'm going to give you that option. If you want to bump and pump or whatever it is, pump and dump, that's up to you. If I talk about a crypto, like I said, I got one guy that watches this channel every day. He watches it, or not every day, but like whatever crypto he likes, he'll put in $100. So if we do like what some people call a pump dump day, there's a crypto in there. If he likes it, he'll just put $100 in. He's not selling it. His goal is to get 50,000 or 100,000 tokens, and then he's done. And then he's on to the next one. Like, that's just what he does. And then some people buy and sell and trade and make money. Like, who's right? Who's wrong? Can you answer that? No, you can't. I don't know. Then some people, I don't know what people do, man. It's not my fucking job. I don't want to know what some people do, for real. I don't want to know what you do. So I got a lot of crypto. I got 22. So some people are like, damn, why do you have so many? Well, I go over so many on the show that these are the ones that I like. Like, I'm the guy who researches them and I present the cryptos to you, right? So along this way, I'm like, oh, that one's a good one. Oh shit. They're connected with HBAR. They're connected with IBM. Oh shit. That's gonna be, so I buy them along the way. That's why I got 22 cryptos. Actually 20. Two of them are like, well, technically they are. USD coin, I got 26 cents. And the USD, well, there's USD coin and there's US dollar. So I got 46 cents. So those two don't count. So I got like 20 cryptos. And you guys tell me to look them up, and I study them, and I'm like, that's a fucking good one. Then I buy it at Caleb. If it's at Caleb Brown, I get it. And because I trust Caleb Brown, and that's just why. So I got fucking 20. I got 20 crypto, not a whole bunch of each one, but just I got 20 of them. Because you're the ones who tell me to look shit up, and I do, and that's a good fucking crypto. I don't know how that guy found that one, and then I buy it. So, all righty. Lester. Oh, Knuckle Dragger. Thanks, Hulk. Keeping it real. Gotta love it. Thanks for that tax-free donation. Marcus says, this show is promising honest education. Look, it's like you go to school, right? Or you go to business school, you get a degree. What do? You go get a job and make money. So I teach you about crypto. Some of you want to go out and make, some of you, like the guy that just buys $100, he's not trading it. But what happens? I go over a crypto that you told me to look up. I present it before everybody. I do all the evidence. I research and shit. I present the evidence. And then this guy buys $100 worth. And he waits. And then one day, because we all know this crypto is not going backwards, it's going forward. Then one day, this guy's got millions and fucking millions. He wasn't buying and selling. He just bought $100 on that one. I have to convince him, like, he watches my show. And if my evidence is convincing enough, this dude will dump $100. And maybe if I go over 2 or 3, then he'll do that. That's what he does. But sometimes I don't convince him, and then he doesn't buy it. Not that my evidence that I show, that's what he does. He'll look at my evidence and hear what I say, and then he'll go look it up, maybe try to find whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll take $100 of that and $100 of that. That's all he does. I can't tell people what to do. It's fucking nobody can tell anybody what to do. Some people need money now. Some people are in some kind of a crisis and they need money. I can't tell people, oh, just save it for 2 years from now. They might need some kind of special medication their insurance doesn't have. And we're back here at Crypto Hawk Show. We've been out about an hour. I think we're about done. Tomorrow's show, I've got a really, really tiny small cap that you can get for really, really fucking cheap. Like if you're on welfare, you can buy this one. And it's tied in. It's got some good, very good connections, actually. I've seen better, but this one has good connections. I want to leave it like that. It's a baby company. There's not a lot of it, so you got to be careful when you buy it. Buy it really small amounts. But you guys are going to do what you want to do, and it's fine. But this is one where it's definitely pumpable and bumpable, but I would suggest not doing it because that's not my job. This is something that I'm going to consider getting for me personally and just holding it. I'm not going to let this one go. Then I got another one that I'm going to go. I got to work for another few hours after the show and consult with some of my partners and see which one we want to let loose tonight. And then maybe another one tomorrow night. I'm not sure. I still got to work on this. So that's what I'll be doing after the show. I'll figure out the best one. And yeah, if I go over a crypto, I like usually starting in the daytime, not a night show. I like starting it off in the morning because then it gives the most people in the world a chance to, if they want to buy it or not, it gives them a chance. If I do a show like at 5 o'clock at night, like right now, I don't get that many views on stuff. So it's always better in the AM show because everybody's awake. 7 a.m. California, 10 o'clock in Washington, probably 4 or 5 o'clock in Europe, 6, 7 p.m. maybe. So most people in the whole world can see all that shit. So I think that'll conclude unless there's any questions. Let me take a look. SPK, hey, Hulk, have fun, dude. 46 JDMA says, I'm here for the verbal abuse. Oh my God, man. All right. I'm here to make money right now. Like my whole focus is different. My whole focus is I'm getting these cryptos. I spent 5 years not buying crypto, 4.5. So now I'm trying to catch up 4 years. So that's what I'm doing. Looking for the cheap crypto so I can get some and go on to the next. Like I would say 95% of my portfolio now is shit that costs under a nickel, under a penny, under most 90% of my shit that I buy now, 95% is under a penny. More like 90. All right, I think that'll do it. 7 a.m. California is 4 a.m. Hawaii. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think that's it. Thanks for transparency. Okay. Adios, amigos. I'll talk to you guys 7 o'clock a.m.